You hatch in the dark inside the wall of a rotting fig tree somewhere in the rainforest of Southeast Asia. You are soft. Your exoskeleton has not hardened yet. You cannot bite, cannot carry, cannot do any of the things a carpenter ant is supposed to do. For the first few days, the workers feed you and move on. Nobody waits. Your colony has around 400,000 individuals. Chemistry runs all of them. Your queen releases signals that keep 400,000 ants doing 400,000 different jobs without anyone stopping to discuss it. You forage. The soldiers guard. The nurses tend the larvae. Nobody decided this. It is just how the chemistry lines up. Yours lines up for hauling things, which is fine. You are good at it. 3 days ago, something landed on the back of your neck. It was smaller than a grain of sand. You were carrying a piece of leaf twice your body weight at the time. You did not notice. By the time you hatch, it has already drilled through your exoskeleton. Not cut, drilled. Using enzymes and pressure, one cell layer at a time, the way a key works, a lock. It took several hours. You felt none of it. It is a fungus. It has been doing this exact thing for 45 million years. It has never once failed to finish what it starts. The colony will not know for another 10 days. By then, the fungus will have already spread through your thorax, and the changes in your movement will still be too small to register as a threat. Just an ant drifting slightly off the trail. Just an ant slowing where there should be no reason to slow. The chemistry does not have a signal for this. Nothing in the colony's 400,000 years of evolution prepared it for something that moves this quietly. The trail opens about 20 meters from the nest entrance. You know every section of it, where it narrows, where the roots cross, the spot near the fig tree where the leaf litter is thicker and you have to slow or you will drift off course. You have done this run hundreds of times. You have not drifted once. The work is the same every day. Pick up, carry, return. Pick up again. The colony stays alive because nobody stops. You do not stop. The trail you work runs through the lower forest, where the canopy is thick and the humidity sits heavy all morning. The leaf pieces you carry are cut from plants higher up. Other ants do the cutting. You do the hauling. The pieces are taken into the nest and fed to a fungus that breaks them down into something the colony can digest. The colony has been farming this fungus for millions of years. It does not survive outside the nest. The nest does not survive without it. You are one link in a chain that long. Your job is to not break. Skip forward. It has been a week. The fungus is spreading through your body slowly. It is eating just enough of your fat reserves to fuel its own growth while keeping you alive and fully functional. It threads through your abdomen, your thorax, the hollow spaces inside your head. It is taking up space. It has a direction it wants to go next. Here is the thing. It does not go near your brain. Researchers discovered this with a 3-dimensional microscope. By the time the fungus fills half your skull, your brain is sitting in the exact center of it all, completely, untouched, intact, still receiving signals from your legs, still sending them back. The fungus is not interested in your brain. It wants your muscles. What this means, practically, your brain continues to operate exactly as it always has. It receives information from the environment, it processes it, it sends instructions. The instructions just stop arriving where they were sent. Something in the path between brain and body is quietly redirecting them. And your brain has no way to detect that the instructions are not arriving. It sends them. It waits for the response. The response comes back normal because the fungus is also managing the feedback. It has been doing this for 45 million years. It knows what a normal response looks like. Skip forward. Day 14. Your brain sends a signal to move your left foreleg. The signal travels toward the muscle. The fungus intercepts it. Not every signal, not always. Just enough of them, often enough, that slowly your movements stop being entirely yours. You go slightly left when you meant to go straight. You slow without meaning to. You speed up again for no reason. You have a passenger now. The passenger has a very specific destination. It has not told you where that is yet. By the end of the second week, some of the turns feel wrong. Some familiar sections of the trail seem unfamiliar. One morning, you stop in the middle of the trail and stay still for a long time. The ants behind you go around. Nobody stops to check. That is not how the chemistry works. What happens next is not something you chose. You are about to walk somewhere you have never been before, and you will walk there yourself. Skip forward. One morning, you leave the trail. You notice it the way you would notice a sound that is out of place. There is a moment where your legs have already committed before anything else registers. You are moving into the undergrowth, off the chemical path, away from the line heading in the right direction. The chemical trail is still there. You can still smell it. You are simply no longer following it. Your legs are receiving signals and producing movement, but the movement is not going where the signals indicate. Something upstream of your legs has inserted a different instruction, and you have no way to override it. One of them taps your antenna as you pass. Wrong way. You keep walking. Two workers follow you. They try to lift you, which is what workers do when an ant is behaving outside the pattern. Your mandibles move, not a decision. They back off. You keep walking. The forest floor here is darker, warmer. The humidity is higher. The fungus has been waiting for exactly this combination of temperature and moisture. You walked to the exact location it needed. You arrived precisely on schedule. You start climbing a stem, not high, 25 centimeters off the ground, the exact altitude where air movement is best for dispersing what comes next. You do not know this. The fungus does. You reach a leaf. You bite down on the central vein. Your mandibles lock, not slowly, not gradually, all at once, like a switch. The muscles seized and held, clamping your jaw to the leaf with a force you could not have produced on your own. Researchers have studied this bite mark across hundreds of infected ants. It is always the central vein, always the same position, always the same depth. 45 million years of practice will do that. Your legs kick for a while, then they stop. You are still alive at this point. Your brain is still receiving signals, still sending them. Your nervous system is intact, but there is nothing left to control. Your muscles no longer respond to anything you send them. The fungus has full authority now, and the fungus has no further use for movement. So you wait, locked to the leaf, 25 centimeters above the trail. The colony moving below you, following the chemical path, carrying their loads, not looking up. You died within a few hours. Still locked to the leaf, you walked to yourself. 25 centimeters above the trail you had worked every day of your life. The fungus continued. Skip forward 3 weeks. A thin, dark stalk pushed through the back of your neck. It grew upward a few millimeters. At its tip, the spore structures formed and then burst. Thousands of spores drifted downward, 25 centimeters below, right onto the trail. The exact trail your nestmates were still walking that morning, carrying their leaf pieces, completely occupied with other things. Somewhere out there right now, a spore is landing on an ant who is too busy to notice. It is landing in the gap between armor plates, on the back of a neck, on a morning that looks exactly like every other morning. The trail is full. The work is steady. The chemistry says everything is fine. The fungus has been doing this for 45 million years. It does not need to rush. It just needs you to stay on the trail a little while longer. Life as a carpenter ant might be rough, but there's another animal out there that has it way worse. Trust me, it's wild. Check out the video and see for yourself.